This is the second part of a Level 2 Functional Skills Maths paper from Highfield. Part you can use a calculator. Put these numbers in order, starting with the smallest. So, reading them out loud, 0.4, 0.54, 0.395, 0.099. Okay, so looking at the first digit, that is 0 for all of them. So that doesn't help us differentiate. For that reason, we're going to need to look at the second digit. So this is 4, this is 5, which is higher. So this tells me automatically that the second number is greater than the first one. Looking at this is 3, so this is lower than the previous 2. And looking at this is 0. So it's lower than the other 3 that we've seen so far. So automatically 0.099 is the lowest of them all, regardless of the 9 nines they have after, because they have a much smaller value. So we've done this one. Now again we have this with a 3, so that's going to come next, 0.395, and the first one had a 4 as the second digit, so 0.4 will come after that, and finally 0.54. So these are now in order, starting with the smallest. Calculate the value of p. So p is equal to 0.75 times 0.095, all divided by 0.005. So this line here is the division line to tell us that whatever is at the top is being divided by what is at the bottom. So first of all, we need to multiply 0.75 by 0.095, which gives us 0.07125, and then divide that by 0.005, and it gives us 14.25. Jude earns £1,653 per month. He pays £578.55 in rent. What is £578.55 as a percentage of £1,653? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So 578.55 out of 1,653. Again, the fraction line means division. So in the calculator, do 578.55 divided by 1,653, which gives us 0.35. Now, as a percentage, that is 35%, just like the 35 pence. You could just multiply it by 100 as well if you like, so 0.35 times 100. What are the coordinates of the pentagon on the grid below? So pentagon has 5 sides. What are the coordinates? So looking at the x-coordinate first, that is -5, and then the y-coordinate -3. What is the median of these weights? 2.54 kilograms, 3.91 kilograms, 3.75 kilograms, 3.78 kilograms, 2.84, 3.89, 4.05, 2.96 kilograms. Show you're working out and write the answer in the box below. So the median is putting the numbers in order and finding the middle value. We're going to put them in order from the smallest to the largest. So looking at the first digit of these numbers, we've got 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. So we're going to start with the 2s. Which one is the smallest? Looking at the second digit, so we've got 5, 8, 9. So we'll start with 2.54, then 2.84, then 2.96. Looking at the 3s, what do they have as a second digit? So we've got 9, 7, 7, 8. So looking at the 7s, because they're lower than 8 and 9, so that means we need to then look at the next digits, so 5 and 8. So that tells me this is lower, so 3.75, then 3.78, then 3.89, then 3.91, and finally 4.05. Crossing out 1 on each side each time leaves us with 2 in the middle. So 3.75 add 3.78 gives us 7.53. So if we halve that, so 7.53 divided by 2 gives us 3.765. So that's the median of these numbers. Calculate 6 plus 3 times 2 all squared. So we've got to do addition, multiplication, as well as squaring here. Which one do we do first? That's where the order of operations comes in. So BIDMAS. Do we have brackets? Yes, we do. So we're going to do whatever is within the brackets first. So 6 add 3 times 2. Again, we have two operations in there. Which one do we do first? The addition or the multiplication? And this tells us that we need to do multiplication before we do addition. So we're going to do 3 times 2, which is 6. So 6 add 6, all squared. Again, within the brackets, 6 add 6, that is 12 squared. 12 squared, that is the same as 12 times 12, which using a calculator gives you 144. Which of the following is greater? 3/8 of 1000 or 5/12 of 900? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. There are different ways you could do this. What I'm going to go for is 1000 divided by 8 times 3, which is 375. Now 900 divided by 12 times 5, which is 375. So they're both the same. So we're going to say equal. None of them is greater. Which of these fractions and mixed numbers is equivalent to 130%? So 130%, that is again percent out of 100. 130 out of 100. Looking at the first one, that is 33 out of 100. It's not 130, so much less. 1 1/3, so that is 100% and 33, so 133 out of 100, which again isn't 130 out of 100. We've got then 33.3 out of 100. Again, that is just like 1/3, nothing like over 100%, which is the case here. Then we have 13 out of 10. So if I divide 130 by 10, it gives me 13. If I divide 100 by 10, it gives me 10. So this is a simplified version of 130 over 100. And finally, 330 over 300. That is not the one we're after, because if we multiply 100 by 3 to get 300, we need to multiply 130 by 3 as well, which is going to be 390, not 330. So this is the only correct option. (13/10). This table shows the weights in kilogram of 12 people. Estimate the mean weight of 12 people. Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So we've got these ranges given to us. So between 55 and 60, it's 4 of them. Between 60 and 65, it's 6 of them. Between 65 and 70, it's 2 of them. Now again, it's so many different weights between 55 and 60, between 60 and 65, between 65 and 70. It's not just whole numbers, it's a range of decimals as well. So it could be 55.1, 55.27, that sort of thing. That's why we group them into these ranges. But it makes it difficult to work out or to estimate a mean, unless you find a midpoint. Again, that's why it's an estimation. It's not a correct answer, an accurate answer. It's just an estimate. So between 55 and 60, there will be 57.5. Between 60 and 65, halfway through will be 62.5. Between 65 and 70 will be 67.5. Now, we'll multiply by how many there are, which is shown in the frequency column. So 57.5 times 4 gives us 230. 62.5 times 6 gives us 375. 67.5 times 2 gives us 135. So that is 740 in total if we add 230, 375, 135, which we're going to divide by 4 and 6 is 10 and the 2 is 12. So 740 divided by 12 gives us 61.666. So 6 is recurring. So I'm going to write this as 61.67, rounding it to 2 decimal places. And what unit is this? That is kilograms. Highfield property developers. You are working for Highfield Property Developers. The company buys properties, renovates them and sells them. They hope to make a profit on every property they sell. These are the properties the company has bought and sold in the last 6 months. Profit is equal to selling price, take away purchase price and renovation costs. The manager says the mean profit on a flat is about 12% more than the mean profit on a house. Is the manager correct? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So we're looking at working out the mean profit for flats and the houses. We've got the type of property given to us, purchase price, renovation costs and selling price. So for each of these, we'll take away purchase price and renovation costs added together from the selling prices. So once I add £299,950 and £27,500 together, I can take away that total from £355,250 to work out the profit. So adding these two amounts together gives me £327,450. Taking that away from this amount gives us £27,800 for the first property. Adding these two together, 99,500 and 7,450, gives us £106,950, which we're going to take away from 118,000, which gives us 11,050. The total is 147,995, which we're going to take away from 175,495. 27,500 is the profit. 175,250 add 59,000 gives us 234,250, which when we take away from 225,000 gives us minus 9,250. Adding 325,000 and 12,000 gives us 337,000, which when we take away from 348,000 gives us 11,000. 69,000 at 9,050 gives us 78,050. Taking that away from 95,000 gives us £16,950 profit. Adding 225,450 and 16,595 gives us 242,045. Taking that away from 275,000 gives us £32,955 profit. Let's work out the mean profit on the houses first. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 houses. If we add these amounts together, so I would add first 27,800 with 11,000 and then 32,955, and then take away 9,250, which is 62,505, and I'm going to divide by 4 because there are 4 houses, which gives me £15,626.25. Now we'll do the same for the flats, so I'm going to add 11,050, 27,500 and 16,950, which is 55,500 divided by 3 because there are 3 flats, and that gives me £18,500. So looking at the difference, the profit on the flats is higher than the profit on the houses. Is it 12% more? Let's just work out 12% of the profit on the houses and add it on top. So 12%, that is 12 out of 100 of the amount, which is £15,626.25. So that is £1,875.15. Adding that on top of the £15,626.25 gives us £17,501.40. Now this is much higher, the 18,500. So is the manager correct? We're going to say no. And I'm going to add here that 18,500 is greater than 17,501.4. The property development company buys a house. They're going to build a conservatory on the outside of the longest wall of the lounge. This is a scale plan of the ground floor of the house and the garden. The floor area of the conservatory must not be greater than 1/3 of the floor area of the house. The length of the side attached to the lounge wall will be 4.8 meters. They will build the largest conservatory they can. How wide will the conservatory be? State the correct units in your answer. Show you're working out and write the answers in the box below. So this is where the conservatory will be built. We know that the floor area of the conservatory must not be greater than 1/3 of the floor area of the house, but we don't know what the floor area of the house is at the moment, so we're going to need to work it out. We know that the length of each of these squares is 1 centimeter. So if we look at the dimensions, we've got 1 square, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, 6.6 centimeters on the scale for the length of the house. Looking at the width, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 6, 7, 8. So 4.8 centimeters, the width of the house. Now we're going to use the scale to work out the actual dimensions. So scale says 1 to 125. So if on the scale this is 4.8 centimeters, what is the actual dimension? So to get from 1 to 4.8, we've multiplied by 4.8. So we'll do the same on the other side, and it gives us 600. Again, we have no units at the top. This is centimeters, so this will be centimeters as well. 600 centimeters. And now we've got the other dimension, the length, which was 6.6. So 6.6 centimeters. To get from 1 to 6.6, we've multiplied by 6.6. So we'll do the same on the other side. So 125 times 6.6 gives us 825 centimeters. Let's convert them into meters. So 600 centimeters, that is 6 meters, because in 1 meter there are 100 centimeters. Centi, like a century, like 100 cents in a euro. 825 centimeters. That is 8.25 meters. Again, if you divide it by 100, it gives you 8.25. 6 times 8.25 gives us 49.5 square meters as the total area of the house, and we're saying 1/3 is the maximum that the conservatory can be. So if we divide 49.5 by 3, it gives us 16.5 square meters, the maximum that the conservatory can be. Now we know the length, which is going to be 4.8. So to work out the area, we multiply length by width, as we've just done for the whole house. So length times width gives us the area. If we have the area and we have the length, what do we do to work out the width? So we divide area by the length to give us the width. So area maximum is 16.5. If we divide that by 4.8, it gives us 3.4375 meters. So we could write it as it is, or we could round it. The manager has 4 houses to look at today: A, B, C and D. This is a sketch showing the manager's office, the houses and the distance between them. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. The manager will leave his office at 10 a.m. and travel to each house once only, and then return to his office. He will spend 20 minutes at each house. His average speed on the main roads is 70 kilometers per hour. His average speed on the minor roads is 40 kilometers per hour. He can visit the houses in any order. What time will the manager be back at his office? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. Let's have a look at the route that he will follow. So we've got the office, so that's where he's going to start from. So he could be going from the office to house A, and then from A to B, from B to D, from D to C, and then back to the office again. So how many kilometers of main roads? So we've got this one here, 4 to 2. As you can see, this is the key. So now 35, 56, and that's it for the main roads. Then we've got minor roads. So that is 27 and 39. So let's add them together. 42 plus 35 plus 56 gives us 133 kilometers of main road, and then we have 27 and 39, which is 66 kilometers of minor roads. We've got different speeds for the different types of roads. So 70 kilometers per hour. So that is for 60 minutes. What about 133 kilometers? What do you multiply 70 by to get to 133? So what we can do is 133 divided by 70, which is 1.9. So we'll do the same on the other side. 60 times 1.9 gives us 114 minutes. For the minor roads, the speed is 40 kilometers per hour. So 40 kilometers for 60 minutes. What about 66 kilometers? What do we multiply 40 by to get 66? So we can do 66 divided by 40. Which gives us 1.65. So again, 60 times 1.65 gives us 99 minutes for the minor roads. So we have 114 minutes to drive on the main roads, 99 minutes of driving on the minor roads. Also, he will spend 20 minutes at each house. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 houses. 4 times 20, that is 80. So adding all of these together gives us 293 minutes. So if he leaves the office at 10 a.m, what time will he be back? So we need to add 293 minutes to 10 a.m. So we'll just break it down into hours and minutes. So 293, if we divide that by 60, gives us 4.883. and so on. The 3 is recurring. So this tells me it's 4 whole hours and some minutes. So 4 hours, 60 minutes each, that is 240 minutes. What is left from 293? It is 53 minutes. So I'm going to need to add 4 hours and 53 minutes to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. adding 4 hours is going to give me 2 p.m. Adding the 53 minutes to 53 p.m. Now this was the route that I chose. You could choose a different route as well, slightly different, and your answer might vary a bit, so don't panic. As long as you follow the steps and you do the right calculations, it should all be fine. Highfield Farm. You're working at Highfield Farm. You're buying a new tractor. You'll be getting a loan for the full cost of the tractor. The tractor will cost £64,950. The compound interest rate is 4% per annum, which will be added to the total cost of the tractor up front. You will pay back the loan in 36 equal monthly payments. What will you pay each month? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So we know the cost of the tractor is £64,950. We need to apply compound interest at the rate of 4% per year. How many years? That's what we need to work out, because it says you will pay back the loan in 36 equal monthly payments. So there are 12 months in the year. That tells me that this is 3 years. So using the formula for compound interest, let's write the initial amount first, so 64,950 £1,050 multiplied by 1 point. What is the interest rate? Is 4%. So 0.4. It's like adding 4 pence on top of a pound, because this is an increase. So on top of the 100% amount, which is £64,950, over 3 years, so to the power of 3, which gives us, when we use a calculator, £73,059.9168. So I'm not going to round it off at this point, so we still need to do more calculations. But before I move on, just wanted to reiterate that if you can't do to the power of 3 in your calculator, you could do 64,950 times 1.04 times 1.04 times 1.04, and it will give you the same answer. So we've got this now, and as we were told in the question, this is going to be paid back in 36 equal monthly payments. So we're going to divide it by 36. So 73,059.9168 divided by 36 gives us 2,029.442133. So 3 is recurring. Now, of course, as we write the final answer in, because this is what one of the monthly payments is, we're going to have to round this to 2 decimal places, because that's how we write money in. So 2029.44, because this is lower than 5. You have a rectangular field and need to cut the grass. You need to know how much fuel you'll use. You will drive the tractor along the field and back as shown in the diagram. The tractor will cut a 2.5 meter wide strip of grass behind it. It will drive at a constant 5 miles per hour. The tractor uses 7 liters of fuel per hour. 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. How much fuel will the tractor use to cut the whole field of grass? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So the tractor will drive as shown here, and each strip of grass that it cuts is 2.5 meters wide. So think of this as 2.5 meters. So how many strips will fit into 240 meters? So 240 divided by 2.5. That gives us 96. 96 strips. Now how long are they? They 450 meters each. So 96 times 450 gives us 43,200 meters. So we've got the total length in meters, but we're working here with kilometers, which we need to convert into miles. So first of all, we need to convert this into kilometers. So in 1 kilometer there are 1,000 meters. Again, we use K in everyday life to mean 1,000, so km means 1,000 meters. So in 43,200 meters, there are 43.2 kilometers. So dividing 43,200 by 1,000. So 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. What about 43.2 kilometers? How many miles is that? So what do we multiply 1.6 by to get to 43.2? So what we do in the calculator is 43.2 divided by 1.6, which gives us 27. So 1.6 times 27 gives us 43.2. So we're going to multiply by 27 on the other side as well to give us 27 miles. We are also told that the tractor uses 7 liters of fuel per hour. But how many hours will 27 miles take? We've got here 5 miles per hour. So if I do 27 divided by 5 should give me the number of hours, which is 5.4. So 5.4 now. If we multiply by 7 liters, that gives us 37.8 liters. So have we answered the question, how much fuel will the tractor use to cut the whole field of grass? Yes, 37.8 liters. You are harvesting the corn. This is a plan of the field you have grown corn in. The mean weight of corn grown per acre is 3.75 tons. The selling price of corn is £179.40 per ton. 1 acre is equal to 4,046.86 square meters. Work out the total value of the corn grown in the field. Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So we need to work out the area of the field. The field has a compound shape, so you could split it into different simple shapes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend this to make it into a full rectangle and then take away this triangle here, the area of this triangle. So first of all, the area of the big rectangle, we can work it out by multiplying length by width. So length 183 times width, which is 125, and that gives us 22,875 square meters. Now the area of the triangle, looking at the dimensions. So first let's have a look at this length here up to this point. It's not given to us, so we need to work it out, but it can easily be worked out. If we take away 67 from 125, because 125 is the whole length, taking away 67 gives us the difference, which is this length here. So 15 take away 7 gives us 8. Now we've got 1 here, so borrow 1. 11 take away 6 gives us 5. So this is 58 meters. Looking at this other length here that we've got, again we've got to take away 140 from 183, which is this whole length. So 183 take away 140 gives us 43 meters. I'm going to rewrite it here. So to work out the area of the triangle, we'll go 43 times 58 all divided by 2, which is 1,247 square meters. So if we take it away now, so 22,875 take away 1,247 gives us 21,628 square meters. So 1 acre is equal to 4,046.86 square meters. What about 21,628 square meters? So I'm going to do 21,628 divided by 4,046.86, which is 5.34439 and so on. So that is how many acres there are. So 5.34439. So we told that the mean weight of corn grown per acre is 3.75 tons. So we're going to work out how many tons in total by multiplying 5.34439 by 3.75, which is 20.0414625. So that's how many tons in total. The selling price of corn is £179.40 per tonne. So we're going to multiply that, let's say 20.04. So I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places by 179.4, which is 3,595.176. So 3,595 pounds and 18 pence, because we need only 2 digits, and looking at the 6 means we've got to round up. You need to have a total of 1,000 litres of water available for your animals. You use troughs to hold the water. The ends of the troughs are semicircles. You use the following formula to calculate the volume of water each trough will hold. So we've got V equals pi r squared times L, all divided by 2, where V is the volume of water in cubic centimeters, R is the radius of cross section in centimeters, L is length of trough in centimeters. Use pi equals 3.14, 1 litre is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. You have estimated that one trough is approximately a fifth of the 1,000 litres of water you need. Are you correct? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So we're gonna need to work out the volume. So replacing the letters with the values. So instead of pi, we're going to put 3.14. So there is no symbol, which means multiplication. So R, the radius. What is the radius? We can see the diameter is 38, so half of that is going to be 19. So that's the radius, 19 centimeters. So 19 squared times L, the length, L is the length of trough in centimeters. It's given here in meters, 1.8 meters, so we need to convert it into centimeters before we plug it in. So in 1 meter there are 100 centimeters, so 1.8 meters, that is 180 centimeters. So I'm going to put 180 here, all divided by 2, which is equal to 102,018.6. So that is the volume in cubic centimeters. Now we're told that 1 liter is equal to 1000 cubic centimeters. So what about 102,018.6 cubic centimeters? What's that equal to in liters? Let's work it out. So what have we multiplied 1000 by to get to 102,018.6? So we reverse that by doing 102,018.6 divided by 1000, which is 102.0186. So this is about 102 liters. So you have estimated that one trough is approximately a fifth of the 1000 liters of water you need. So what is 1/5 of 1000? 1000 divided by 5, that is 200 liters, whereas this is 102. So you're going to say as the final answer, no, this is about 1/10 of the 1000 liters needed. And this is the end of the paper.